Hi, and welcome back to my CD collection videos. Joining me is my special guest, Randall. And today we are talking about the Brian Jonestown Massacre, Strung Out in Heaven. Um, this is the seventh Brian Jonestown Massacre album. Um, they are a very prolific group. I believe this was the only one that they released on TVT Records. And TVT Records, it seems to be a recurring theme with having short-lived contracts with bands. Um, I think of Guided by Voices, which we're going to get back to. We're going to get to eventually. They did a couple albums on TVT Records, and so did the Brian Jonestown Massacre. This was the first album that I picked up of theirs, and there's a lot of great songs on here. I really became a fan after hearing this album. Um, Randall likes it too. But they remind me a lot of the Jesus and Mary chain on this album. And their leader, Anton Newcomb, I hope I said that right, he um, wasn't as active in the songwriting on this one because he was um, having problems with heroin addiction. I guess that's where the name, where the title Strung Out in Heaven comes from. It's also a reference to David Bowie's Ashes to Ashes, where he sings, Strung out in heaven's high, hitting an all-time low. I won't subject you to my singing of it, but this is, I look at the artwork in here, they really have embraced like a retro aesthetic. And what's interesting, too, is that in the credits for the band, um, Anton Newcomb has his birth date and 1998, the year that this album came out, as his death date. He's still alive, so it's kind of maybe his morbid sense of humor, or maybe he thought he was going to die soon. Maybe they all thought he was going to die because of his heroin addiction. But their bass player, Matt Hollywood, did most of the writing on this album. Um, I have another one of their albums. I have Thank God for Mental Illness. So it's really a band that I'm just starting to delve into. There is a really great documentary about them and their relationship with another band called the Dandy Warhols. It's sort of a friendship rivalry, and it also showcases how eccentric and unstable Anton is. Very brilliant artist, though, very great songwriter. Anyway, that's the Brian Jonestown Massacre. Um, Check out their music on streaming services if you haven't. Their name comes from a combination of Brian Jones from the Rolling Stones and the Jonestown Massacre. Jim Jones was a cult leader in the 70s who led his followers to Guyana to set up their own little commune. And then he brainwashed a bunch of them and tricked a bunch of others into mass suicide. So thousands of people died. Um, this was in 1978, I think. So they took their romanticism of Brian Jones, whose life also ended in a tragic misadventure as he drowned in his swimming pool, and the Jonestown Massacre. Um, Anyway, if you didn't know that already, anything else you want to know is certainly on Wikipedia. So, anyway, check them out. I hope you enjoy them, or I hope you enjoy other stuff that I'm sharing. And if you find something that I haven't covered, um, then please feel free to put comments in there. I love responding to comments. Let me know that you're watching. It just helps me stay motivated with doing videos. So, have a great day. Thank you very much.